Yeah, no, I heard what he said. Yeah, he said he should be on Mount Rushmore. That was the president's quote. But are we sure? I know he said Mount Rushmore, but are we sure he didn't say Mount Brushmore, which is like the Mount Rushmore of bad hair? Are we sure? Okay, well, listen, I got to go. I'm doing the show. Yeah, we're live. Okay, I'll call you later. All right. Hey, what's up? Happy Tuesday, you damn dirty deckheads. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Barry Laminack. This is Barry on Deck, episode number 66. It's a Tuesday, August 11th. Thank you guys for being here. This is the show. This is what we do. I didn't even send out the welcome tweet, so we're going to fire that out. And here we go. I've got a ton of stuff planned for you guys on a Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed Solo Monday. I hope that was good for you because we're solo all week. So look, there's your mascot. There's your king right there. Oliver! Oliver! He don't give a shit. Oliver! Hey, buddy! What's up? No, he don't care. Oliver doesn't give a shit about me or this show. He's too busy sleeping. By the way, you guys got to let me know if the mic sounds bad. I haven't replaced the boom yet. If I move this, watch this. It's going to fall right there. And I don't want to do a whole show with the mic stand like that. But I feel like that sounds better. But I don't want to, look, I'll just do that. And then maybe I'll zoom in. That's a little tight. Well, you know what? We'll deal with that. Fuck it. Here we go. Listen, I've got a ton of stuff planned for you today, good and bad and the other. But you know what I always do first? I got to say what's up to the chat. I did see Keith Sager first in, first on. Mr. Lawn Talk Friday was first in today. So congrats to Keith on that. Who else we got? I see Justin Kelm is here. Justin always tells us where he is. I don't know why, but he's always like, I'm in the swamps. I'm in Arkansas. Justin, just be safe, bro. Whatever you're doing, I don't know why it's like, where's Waldo? Or where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? But it's Justin Kelman. He's just decided to tell us wherever he is. Truck and Taco is here. Brandon Martinez is here. Terrence J is here. Uriel Villanueva, Sergio, Clarence, Francisco Abarca. Who else? Crystal Collins. Hello, my sweet thing. How are you? Aaron Little. What's up, boy? Justin Swinford is here. Fake Tony Stark. I bet fake Tony Stark misses the Twitch. I bet he really does miss the Twitch. He was a big proponent of the Twitches. Robert Likes Beer is here. Who else? I saw Donna, so I don't even have to scroll down to see Donna. I know Donna's in. My sweet Donna's here. Penguin Katie, what's up, girl? Penguin Katie's in the building. Chris Householder is here. Man, I really missed all the Warzone last night. I didn't play any until like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I played for like an hour. But I missed all my Warzone bros. I'm getting sick with that sniper rifle. I'm going to be a handful, I'm telling y'all now. What's up, Kevin Wallace? Dandy Dan? I think I got Justin Swinford already. Sandoval in H-Town. There's my sweet Donna. Chris Reyes is back. Matt Poche is back. Eric Resendez is here. Oh, shit. Gregory Vega Jr., what up, homie? Tell Pops I said, what's up? John Dory is here. Who else? Steven Uzik. Oh, shit. Lil Uzi is in the building. Deanna Taylor is here. She had some great ideas for the show that I wish I could implement, but I can't. We already get canceled enough around here, but Donna was some great feedback for the show. Deanna was some great feedback for the show. Marlon Lopez. Someone is not late, Marlon, unless it's you. I wasn't late. Katie, what's up, homie? Who else? I think that's it. Aaron J. Bryan is in the building. What's up, peoples? I think that's it. Yep. Robert Likes Beer got you already. All right, Francisco Barca. Okay. So tons of stuff to cover today. There's Brian Lamb. Look, Donna was just asking about you, Brian. Donna was just saying, where is Brian Lamb? And he shows up. It's Stalker Brian in the building. As soon as he's like Beetlejuice. You say his name, he's here. So there he is, Donna. That answers your question. Chris Davis, buddy, congratulations to Chris Davis. I know he's been studying his ass off, but he said, I passed my test for the life insurance job. I will be on Warzone a lot today. Good for you, buddy. Happy for you. Jeff Bell, there's my hero. He said a little late. I don't remember if I got to it yesterday, but did we talk about the fact that Jeff Bell went out and helped Brandon Martinez with some plumbing issues? If we didn't, he did. He's the man. The deckheads are the men and women that make this show great because you guys help each other. It's amazing. The family here is outstanding. Cowboy fam, what's up? David Green, thank you for the slides, homie. I'm going to use those today. Much appreciated. Good to see those back as well. Virginia Buttonweed, what's up? Foxtrot Tango, I don't know what that means. What's up, Jen? Hi, Jen. All right, cool. Okay, now, here's what I have planned for you on the show. Tons of stuff. Obviously, I've got a few show updates for you. Some headlines. The Astros won. Laureano came out and talked about why he charged the dugout. We'll get to that. I've got your power rankings in both baseball and basketball. SEC football, have they made a decision and will they? We do have breaking news right when I went on the air. The Big Ten announced what their plans are. I'll try to get that live for you if I can make that happen because the Power 5 decisions are expected to happen today, except for maybe the SEC. They may not actually make their decision today at all. We're going to talk. Kanye released his platform for his presidency. We're going to deep dive into that. He released 10 things. We're going to cover all 10 things and not in detail, but I want to read them to you. I want to get your thoughts on it. Howard Stern has some advice for Ellen. Gordon Ramsay is being his usual dick self, and it's funny. We need to talk about food and why everybody feels the need to mess up good quality snacks. And then maybe we'll have a film session. And I don't know if you noticed yesterday, but we didn't do a film session. We did go until 4:15. I ran out of material. Not doing that today. Got a lot of shit to get done after the show. So no overtime today. You got some overtime out of me yesterday. 4 o'clock hard deadline. And by the way, thumbs up to our one thumbs down every day. I appreciate more than anything your consistency, Mr. Hater. John Geiger comes in every day and thumbs down this video. I'm guessing it's him. But I really, more than anything, appreciate his consistency. Okay. So, here's what, let's start with some show updates like I always do. So the masks have been sent out. Let me get rid of all this. Get out of here. The masks, if you got your order in before, I think it was 7 o'clock, your mask went in the mail yesterday. All right. So everybody that got their order in, the masks are in the mail. You should get them within a day or two. If you didn't get your order in, you can order these at barryondeck.com/shop. Yes, I don't really tout it a lot. What's up, Virginia? Richard Vale, excuse me. What's up, man? Listen, I don't push it a lot, but the show does have a website, barryondeck.com. You can watch live. I think it's still set up to be able to watch live. If I go there, we should be live on there, but then you can get all of the past episodes. Oh yeah, it's just a link to go watch live. But all the past episodes are listed there. The merch is there. And then there's a link to the Patreon. So I don't do a lot with it, but you got to have something, right? Every show has to have a website. So it's there. The big thing there is the store. So if you want a Barry on Deck mask, if you want to go out in style, then that's where you go. barryondeck.com/shop. They're super cheap. They're like $10. They're not expensive. The shipping is cheap. If you have a discount code from the Patreon, you can save some money there. So those are in the mail to you. Now, one other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick. And by the way, I mentioned the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/barryondeck if you want to join the Patreon. Sorry about the slide thing. I'm a little off. Patreon.com/barryondeck. There's a bunch of tiers. You sign up, yada, yada. I hate pushing that. I feel like a shill. But this is how this show is able to keep going with kind folks like yourselves who join the Patreon, who send super chats, who buy the merchandise. It's how I'm able to keep this going. So I have to push it. I know. And I need to do a better job of asking people that are watching to subscribe to the channel. The subscribership has slowed down. The views have dipped a little. We have our moments. But I feel like a lot of people watch, but they don't subscribe. So if you're watching, do me a favor. Just click boop, just boop, boop, be doop, boop. Click on subscribe. It's free. I'm not asking you to come every day and watch. Just click subscribe. That's it. And, thumbs up. There's another thumbs down. That's great. There's the guy. Yeah, I know, House. I just feel like a shill. I really should push it more. It doesn't feel right. It just feels weird. What's up, Walt? Walt here. Cowboy Trav showed up. Cool, man. Everybody's here. Josh is here. Scott Hans is here. Need a fat head mask option, please. Yeah, I think they fit most adult heads is what it says. I don't know what that means. Is it going to fit Andre the Giant? No. Is it going to fit Vern Troyer? Rest in peace to both of them? No. I'm not Catholic, but it fits most adult faces. So yeah, if you're super fat or have a big face, probably not going to fit. If you're super skinny or have a tiny face, probably not going to fit. Then you know what? You can't please everybody. All right. So a couple of other show updates for you. We talked a little bit about the BiffNet World headquarters, right? Where I'm going to move in the Texas basement and build that out. And then I told you Nora was like, nah, I want that as a media room. So I think we've reached a compromise. We need to come up with a design that leaves it as a media room, but also allows me to make it into a YouTube studio where maybe I have a producer's desk or a workstation along with the main desk where I would do the show from. And maybe a guest from time to time once this Rona is over with. So compromise has been reached in the Laminack household. That's the good news. Now the bad news is we got to figure out how to build that shit on a shoestring budget. Eric Resendez wants to know if I'm going to talk soccer today. Yeah. The chances are slim and none, and Slim is busy. Not happening. So I know that I said I was going to start breaking down sports that I didn't know shit about on Tuesdays. What my concern is finding videos that aren't copywritten that would get me kicked off the air if I do that. So what I'm thinking is maybe I'll do that as a separate video and upload it. I don't know, you guys. I have to be super careful. YouTube is a bunch of bitches. They really are. It's a bunch of hoe-ass bitches running that algorithm. Yeah. It's a fact. That's awesome. Deanna Taylor, thank you so much, sweetie. She popped the super chat cherry for the day. She sent a $5 super chat, and I very much appreciate that, Deanna. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for your feedback on the show. That was also very much appreciated. One day, maybe we'll make that happen. So let's see. Where'd it go? And yeah, I thought F1, but look, as soon as I run an F1 video that's copyrighted, show's off the air. And then everybody's mad, including me. Where the fuck did it go? Why are we down? I think it's just safer right now until I really get a handle on what I can and can't do and how to do it. So, just tell us the score today. No, yeah. That's not happening. David Green said, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Very kind of you. Just like Deanna, you guys are super generous. But he said, what is a media room for press conferences? No, it's where you watch movies. My wife is adamant about having this media room that we'll probably never use as a media room. But so she's upset because I already have this office, which makes a decent YouTube studio. But she's like, so you would have your office and you would take over the basement and you have a workout room? I mean, where's my yoga studio? Where's my media room? So we have to compromise, which is it's a Laminack household staple. Compromise, meaning she wins most of the time. But you know what? I love her. And that's all that matters. All right. Speaking of my wife, I do want to plug something real quick. And this is not a shameless plug. This is something that, as you guys know, I've told you look, I've ranted on this show plenty of times about police and police brutality, police injustice. I talk about those things on a regular basis, and I know it's rubbed some people the wrong way. I've lost followers on Twitter. I've lost subscribers on YouTube. It upsets people when you say something they don't want to hear, especially if you believe it to be the truth, all right? What people fail to realize, and what I don't tout all the time, is that one of my family members is a police officer. My brother-in-law, Junior, who I love to death. He's a wonderful person and a fine officer. He's a police officer. But you know, if you say, look, I'm going to say a bunch of bad shit about cops that are bad, but one of my family members is a cop. That's like, I'm going to talk about black people, but some of my best friends are black. So just be, so I don't really talk about it a lot. But he did reach out to me. He said, hey, man, I know you have a platform where you can talk to people and spread the word. And I would like to ask if you could spread the word for me that he is a mounted patrol for the Little Rock Police Department. That's him second from the left. That's Junior, my brother-in-law. They are impacted by COVID just like everybody else. And the police department's budget is thin. They are having problems like everybody else. So they have started a fundraiser to raise money to help take care of the horses, put hay in the barn and get it cleaned and do all those things. So this is their goal. They're trying to get $10,000. They've raised $1,900. Nora and I are going to donate as well. But I told him I would mention it to the deckheads. Guys, I'm not telling you have to donate. I'm not telling you it's critical. I know some of you are big supporters of the police departments, and some of you don't know stuff like this is going on. So I'm bringing it to your attention. I do have at the break, there was a video that they released on the website as well that I found to be very interesting. Plus, he's in it, and I know that they put a lot of time and effort into that. So maybe that'll give you more insight as to what they do as Mounted Patrol. So, look, it's woodmanlifeimpact.org projects/projects/64. It's not the easiest to get to. It's not a short one, but I'll tweet it out as well, @BarryIsFunny. But they're looking for donations. And look, $5, $10, everything helps. And LFG says, do they drink Coleman milk? I don't know. He's from Houston. He's not an Arkansas guy. He's from Houston. But this is, it's the Arkansas PD Mounted Patrol. And so they're doing this for the horses. The officers obviously aren't getting the money. This is to take care of the horses, which they do a lot in the community. You'll see that at the break when I run the commercial. Let's face it, all the kids love the horses. They go to parks. They do all that stuff. So if you can donate, great. If not, I totally understand. You get asked for money all the time. But I told him I would talk about it because it is important to him. It's important to me. It's important to the community. So I've done my part. So all the haters that say I hate cops can suck my dick. That's not true at all. That's probably not the best promo. But I digress. All right, let's get into some sports. I'm missing a bunch of stuff, I know, but we'll figure it out. Here's your headlines for the day. FBC independent football team UMass has canceled fall football. They said they're not going to play. That's to be expected. I think you'll see more independent teams doing so. I think you'll see more people coming out in favor of this. So keep an eye on that. Also, if you didn't hear, Major League Baseball is thinking about a playoff bubble. They're having such a problem with guys like Zach Plesac and, of course, Mike Clevinger, which we'll discuss in just a second, that they're actually looking at some sort of bubble format for the playoffs because the Cardinals haven't played since, June 29th or July 29th? Yeah, July 29th. The Marlins missed several games. It's just a mess, all right? So MLB is considering how to do that, and I'll be honest with you. I think what you're going to see if MLB does, in fact, do a playoff bubble is it's going to happen in LA. And I saw an article that had some great points about that. They talked about the weather, the availability of stadiums. Not only could you play at the two stadiums in LA, Dodger Stadium and Angel Stadium, but you could make a short drive to San Diego and play down there as well. So you have some options available to you. And if it's going to be the winter, you have good weather also. They mentioned Chicago because of the two teams. They mentioned New York. I don't know if the weather would be conducive for that. So my estimation, and I think it's other people's as well, if they do a bubble, probably going to happen in LA. Not the worst thing in the world, right? Because it ensures that baseball keeps going. Because the worst thing that could happen, the absolute worst thing that could happen for baseball is that you get into the playoffs and you get some bonehead like Zach Plesac and Mike Clevinger on the Yankees, or their version of those guys, who go out clubbing and get the entire team sick with COVID, and now the Yankees get bounced from the playoffs, or the Astros get bounced from the playoffs, if they make it. It makes sense for baseball to do that, so look for that to happen, probably in LA, if possible. So speaking of Mike Clevinger, as I told you yesterday, Zach Plesac went out clubbing in Chicago, told the team, got in trouble. Well, apparently Mike Clevinger was in the clubhouse defending him like crazy. Like, hey, it's no big deal. I'm sure he was responsible and all these things. Turns out Mike Clevinger's dumbass was with him the whole time and didn't tell anybody. He even flew back on the plane with his team. So let's rewind a little bit here, right? They send Zach Plesac home in a rent car. Not allowed to travel with the team because he could get the team sick. See the Marlins, see the Cardinals. Clevinger knows he's with him and doesn't say shit. Now, if you'll recall, yesterday, a certain doughy, pasty white guy sat right in front of this camera and talked to Trevor Lawrence and college football coaches and players and said, I know you think that you're safer there, but if you think putting your trust in your fellow players to do the right thing is the responsible thing to do, you're insane. And you need to look no further than Mike Clevinger to prove that a professional baseball player who gets paid, who's supposed to be taking care of his teammates. If you're not playing, you're not making money. I mean, if you're not playing in college, you can still graduate and get a degree. But if you're not playing in the pros, you ain't making money and paying bills. $1 million mansions and shit, right? But you got Mike Clevinger flying with the team, but you expect a 19-year-old college kid. Come on, man. That's all the example you needed. That is all the example you needed. So Mike Clevenger's an idiot and a liar, and he's also not a big fan of the Astros, and Astros fans hate him as well. Last bit of headline news, Marcus Stroman has opted out of the 2020 season. He was rehabbing. He was getting close to returning, but then he said, you know what? I talked to my family. I'm getting ready to go to Florida. It's just not worth the risk, and for that reason, I'm out. And that concludes Marcus Stroman's career as a New York Met, probably, because he'll be a free agent at the end of the year. No telling where he goes. But that trade obviously didn't work out for them. They got what? About a season out of him? Maybe? That sucks. Sucks for the Mets, but it's the Mets. Who gives a shit? Hey, by the way, Cowboy Trav, thank you, buddy. I didn't mean to gloss over that. Thank you if you do donate tonight, man. It's much appreciated. I know they'll appreciate it. And yeah. Good. That's very nice. Let's see. Did y'all hear about the sicko in Pearland? I did not. Can I get some details on that? I need to know. Bye, Cowboy Trav. What else? What did I miss? Damn it. Thank you, Total Dallas. You are a gentleman and a scholar. I very much appreciate you donating to the horses. Robert Anthony says there is someone killing horses for their meat. It has happened 3 or 4 times over the past week. What? That's fucking awful. That is fucking awful. I swear. People are such assholes. I don't understand why people have to be assholes. We're getting Spurs updates from Chris Davis in the chat. Don't say what? I don't understand. What am I not supposed to say? I don't know what that means. Hide your kids. Okay. Hey, Total Dallas, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Very much appreciated. He said horses help kids like cops. Yep, $25 has been sent to them. Buddy, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That is too kind of you. It's very generous of you, and it is true. Horses are a great way to introduce police officers to the community in a way that's non-threatening and interesting. So it is it's a super thing that you're doing to help them continue to do that in Little Rock, and I appreciate it. I know they do too. All right. Speaking of your Houston Astros, they won last night. Fucking finally, right? Barely, but finally. They finally put up some runs. 6-4 was the final over the Giants here at home. Everybody was in the mix hitting except your boy Kyle Tucker. Miles Straw didn't get a hit either, but hey, you know what? That's why he's hitting 111 and batting last for a reason. I still think Miles Straw is he's a great late inning defensive replacement and pinch runner. Not so sure that he's going to be a viable major. He might not even be as good as Jake Marisnick. He's probably a poor man's Jake Marisnick at this point. You hope he figures it out. Probably not going to happen. But yeah, the Astros finally do some hitting. You can see there they get 7 hits, 6 runs over 8 innings. Problem is, as the Astros go, so goes this pitching staff. Lance McCullers turns in an absolute gem of a performance. 7 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, which was key. Struck out 5, got his ERA down to 6.10. Here's the problem, though. Josh James, something's wrong with Josh James. All right, I don't know if it's mental or physical, but there's got to be something wrong with Josh James because that dude is not finding the strike zone. He's unreliable. He's a guy that this team was looking forward to being a starter in their rotation, a 4 or a 5 guy in this rotation. And now all of a sudden, his ERA is 13.50. Look at this. 31 pitches last night. He threw 17 strikes. What does that tell you? He is wild. He can't find the zone. It is not going well for Josh James. This dude is now just mop-up duty and blowout situations only until he figures it out. Thank God Ryan Presley came in and locked it down. But it got ugly. It got a little scary because I'm watching it thinking, oh, yep, here we go again. Same old shit. It's been the Astros theme all year. So fortunately, Ryan Presley does his job, locks it down. Astros win. Are you feeling better now that they got a win? You shouldn't. Don't feel better. Because that bullpen is still that bullpen. Josh James is still Josh James. Framber Valdez can still fall apart at any moment. There are bright spots. If the bats turn around, if Jordan comes back, if Verlander can make it somehow into the rotation by the end of the season, if Zach Greinke holds up, if Urquidy comes back and gives you, 5 innings of 3-run baseball every time he goes out there and pitches, there's hope. If Brad Peacock comes back and he's his old self, if Davinsky can come back and just be not so shaky, there's plenty of hope. But right now, this is not a good baseball team. And we'll talk about the power rankings in just a second. But this is just not a good baseball team right now. If we're being honest, yeah, look, Scott, look at those ERAs. That's all you need to know. And Donna, I know it's called hope, but it's also called realism. And look, don't take my word for it, okay? Don't take my word for it. Let's talk a little bit about power rankings in baseball, okay? So we do the power rankings. Oh, that's NBA. That's the wrong one. Damn these slides today. I'm way off. Here's your power rankings. Your Astros have fallen from 4th to 7th based on their production as of late. Now, I will remind you that this is done every week. So from last Monday to this Monday, the Astros fell from 4th to 7th in the power rankings. And I'll be honest with you, the way that this team has been playing that previous week, 7 was generous. This was just based off of the fact that lineup could explode at any moment and start putting up 10 runs a game. Altuve's not hitting. I mean, other than Correa, really, I mean, look, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this box score because it'll have averages in there. Look at that. You got Altuve hitting 183. Bregman's hitting 224. Yuli's fallen down to 274. Brantley's Mr. Steady at 308. Reddick is Reddick. That's probably high for him at this point. Tucker's hitting 190. Maldonado has just fallen off the face of the earth, now hitting 190 as well. I mean, Carlos Correa and Michael Brantley have been carrying this lineup, and Correa's been doing it from the 7 hole. But that's the thing, and I understand the hope of, these guys could start hitting again and put up 10 runs a game and just win 10-9 every day because that bullpen is going to give up 9 runs. But you can't count on that. And until that happens, this is maybe the 7th best team in baseball. I don't know. Oh, shut up. George Springer's not going to the Yankees. Not happening. Not happening. You're a liar. You're lies. All lies. So here's your power rankings. Number 1, the Dodgers. Number 2, the Yankees. Number 3, the Twins. 4, the Athletics. And they earned it. They deserved it. There's not really a hotter team in baseball right now than the Athletics. And I know they lost yesterday, but they were on fire for that week, including beating up the Astros. I mean, handing it to the Astros. Braves at 5, Cubs at 6, Astros 7, Indians 8, Rays 9, Padres 10. Keep an eye on the Padres. I keep telling you guys, keep an eye on the San Diego Padres, man. That is a young, Eric Hosmer isn't even the best player on that team, but that is a team that they're going to make waves, especially if they can have a chance to get into the playoffs, which they do and they will. Padres are real. Padres are for real. I think the Rays are going to be better. They've fallen off a little bit, but the Rays will be better. I'm not so sure about the Indians. But yeah, I think you could move up the Rays and the Padres ahead of the Astros for me right now, and I wouldn't argue with you. That's how bad the Astros have it right now, in my opinion. Oh, look at this shit. One day Springer will lead the Yankees. Shut up. Yep. Hey, Eric. Fernando Tatis Jr. is if you have not watched this cat play baseball, you guys, you have got to. This is appointment viewing for you. Trust Daddy on this, okay? Tatis Jr. he's not cocky. He's not a showboater. He's not like Bryce Harper, right? Like Bryce Harper's got this arrogance to him. He wants to look like he's having fun and playing the game, but you can tell it's out of arrogance because he's so good at baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr. just loves playing the game. He's fun to watch. He's really good. I think he's already second all-time on the Padres for leadoff home runs. He's like 3 away from owning the record. He's played with them for less than 1 season. I mean, the dude is legitimately one of the best players in baseball already, and not that many people know about him. There's a big story on the cover of ESPN if you haven't seen it already. Go read it. Go watch this dude play baseball. Regardless of what team you're a fan of, you're gonna enjoy watching that cat play baseball. I'm telling you, man, he's that fun. KD is so the Rockets are playing right now. Is that what I'm understanding? Yeah, they sure are. Rockets playing right now. 74-61 Spurs in the third. I guess I'll just give you guys updates. You know what I could do? No, I'll get kicked off the fucking air. Definitely not worth it. Let's talk a little bit about Laureano, because we talked about yesterday. We talked about the fight, right? Oh, the off the field fight. Well, he finally came out and said why he charged at hitting coach Alex Cintron over in the dugout. So he said, every day I wake up with the motivation to be with my family. They sacrificed their life for me. They made the tough decision to let their own kid go to the States by himself and follow his dreams. I've been away from my family for 10 years. It's tough to be away from them. Any chance I have to be with them, I feel like I'm in heaven. So for him to say that about my mom, it doesn't sit well. I got a fire inside me right away in that second. Basically what happened is Cintron was over there on the bench. Apparently, he said something nasty about Laureano's mom, and Laureano was like, now it's fight time. Now it's go time, asshole, and charged him. And listen, what do you expect, right? Did you guys hear the doorbell? Look, it even scared Oliver. He woke up. We got a delivery. I don't know what it is. And no, don't start asking me to do an unboxing right here. I think it's just... I think it's creamer for my coffee. So, but yeah, so if you talk about a grown man's mama, they're likely going to fight you, especially on a baseball field. So what did you expect? And remember yesterday we talked about the fact that people are already saying all the mics are on the field, and with no stands, it's going to be really easy to hear what Alex Cintron said. So I fully expect him to bear the brunt of the, look, I knew it, unboxing live. It's not a pizza. The masks were not returned, Total Dallas. Probably Amazon letting you know they drove over the lawn again. No. Oh, now that might be different. Virginia Buntley said, I heard he called him a motherfucker, which really isn't about his mom. Could be. You are not at the front door. How did a bench coach get more than Joe Kelly? Did they announce the suspension? I haven't seen it yet. But you know, if you're the instigator, if you come on the field, I could totally see that, Chris Davis. If that's true, I could totally see it. I haven't seen it yet. Have they announced it? Because I said 8 to 10 games. Oh, there you go. Oh, Ramon Laureano. They just announced it. Let me screenshot this. Wow, when did that break? Looks like that broke at 1:56 Central Time. Okay. So right before we came on air, here you go. Ramon Laureano suspended 6 games. Astros hitting coach Alex Cintron, 20 games. Well, that's a little excessive. But what that tells me is they got the mics. They listened to what he said. He came onto the field. He took a fighting stance. You can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that and expect things to be okay in this era of baseball. And look, Joe Kelly's was in the heat of the moment, so I get it. That's still, Joe Kelly got a lot, but Laureano gets 6 games. That's probably about right. But he's a hitting coach. I mean, look, 20 games, they'll be fine. These guys, if it was Brent Strom, I'd be worried. If he couldn't counsel this bullpen, I'd be worried as shit. I'm not worried about the Astros hitting. I mean, Alex Cintron's just going to sit in the back of the dugout and bang on the trash can anyways. So Donna, what? Do you not listen to the press box? I start my show prep at 11 o'clock. I don't listen to anything from 11 to 2, then 2 to 4, obviously, and then really after that. Actually, I don't listen to radio at all. I'm sorry. I don't, when I get in the car, I listen to XM satellite, but I haven't listened to radio since I've been let go. Actually, I take that back. I listen to the press box when I'm at the barbershop because I'm usually waiting to go in. So I wait in my car because it's safer. So I fire up the press box and I listen to Charlie and Nick and Joel while I'm waiting in the car because that's my boys. That's my guys. Other than that, I don't listen to radio. So no, I wasn't listening today, Donna. I was show prepping, which obviously all this breaking news I missed because, I didn't even get to the Big Ten stuff yet, but we'll talk about that. Anyways, so that was the reason why Laureano said he went out there. But here was the cool thing, and I don't know if you guys saw this or read this, but here's what's crazy is he said, look, Laureano said, I'm not upset. I don't have hard feelings. I don't even dislike the Astros. In fact, I was getting along great with the Astros. That's what he said. He said the other days I haven't been on base. We've been chit-chatting, talking about life and family on the bases. Everything is great. I get along with everybody on the Astros. He said that catcher Dustin Garneau, who tackled him before he got to Cintron, was protecting me 100% the whole time. I really feel the respect. He's one of the best teammates I've ever had. He protected me. We were down on the pile. He said to me, "You good?" I said, thank you. He said, "Don't worry." I mean, that's the kind of shit that you like to hear in a situation like that, right? And it's probably good that was the Astro because, I feel like, look, if Alex Bregman is the one that makes that tackle, he's definitely cheap shotting Laureano. Are we all on the same page on that? He's definitely giving him the business at the bottom of the pile. So it's good that a guy like Dustin Garneau, who's a good dude apparently. But yeah, that is dope. Yeah, exactly, Clarence. Respect. Now, I know these guys are former teammates, but still, you live and die with your current team, but you like the fact that, hey, look, I'm not going to let you get hurt, but I'm not going to let you hurt one of my guys. So I'm good, you're good. We're just going to stay down here, let this end, and then we can all get back to normal and see what happens. So Josh said, next time I tackle you, Barry, don't forget to say thank you. That's awesome. Oh, shit. No, hold on. This is so amazing. If y'all donate to Robert Anthony, you are a badass, my friend. He said, if y'all donate to the mounted patrol thing, I will match all donations from the deckheads through 3 p.m. today. It's 2:38. Get on it, guys. Get freaking on it. The site doesn't show amounts, so I will have to get it from Barry. Put deckhead as first name. Wow. Robert, you are the fucking... This is why I'm just amazed. I am always amazed at how wonderful you people are. I'm always amazed at how wonderful you guys are and how you guys come through in the clutch every single time. It's just, I'm flabbergasted by it. Honest to God, I'm flabbergasted by it. Let me get this. Let me put the website up here one more time. So I'm gonna put it on the screen as well. So it's woodmanlifeimpact.org projects/projects/64. So I'm going to put that on the screen as well. That way you guys can see it the whole time. And I probably got this wrong the first time, but I'll correct it as needed. So let's do this. Woodmanlifeimpact.org. Woodmanlifeimpact.org. I'm a dumbass. Don't just ignore that. There we go. Okay. So take that off. Put this right here. That's nice. So yeah, if you guys donate, it's always appreciated. And it's amazing. It's amazing that Robert Anthony is going to match everything that the deckheads donate between now and 3 o'clock. You've got 20 minutes, deckheads. Do your thing. $5, $10, whatever. I need to go donate right now. I need to go because Nora and I said, I won't do that to you, Robert. I won't do that to you. Nora and I said we were going to donate $50. I'll let Nora do it. She said she was going to do it. But there it is. Woodman Life. I got to make sure I got that right. Woodman Life. Yep. impact.org/project/64. Why is that not it? Come on, man. What the fuck am I doing here? This is out of control. See, this is what happens when I try to do shit on the fly with no producer. Why is this not working now? What the hell have I done wrong? Right? What the hell have I done wrong here? Okay, where's the goddamn link that he sent me? People, this is not working out in my favor. I am failing you. Oh, projects. It's with an S. It's with an S. woodmanlifeimpact.org/projects. Okay. I got it, guys. Bear with me. I'm going to get this right. I promise. I promise. Here we go. So try that. Try that website now. woodmanlifeimpact.org/projects. .org/projects/64. See if that works. And that's it. Yep, that's it. Look at that. We are at 1975. We already have, by the way, Gray Lane Bell is one of them. So that's total Dallas, Robert. We'll count that one as well, all right? We'll count that one as well. We're at 1975. I love you guys. You guys are the fucking best. Sorry about the weird, awkward moments there, but it was important for me to get that on the screen. So, once again, you guys are just amazing. And yes, I said you people, Steven Uzik. You people are amazing. Look at Francisco. Just gave $20. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. You guys. Sandoval H now, Robin Anthony. I heated there. I challenged the Total Dallas to match my money. God, I love you guys. I posted on Discord link as well. Thank you, Chris Householder. Thank you for posting the link over there. Don't forget the S and the HTTPS. I think it'll reroute you. Keith Sager, try again. It's woodmanlifeimpact.org/projects/64. So try that again and see if that works for you. If not, go to the Discord. It's over there and that'll help. Okay, let's get back to it. I don't want to derail the show here. But where'd my sports go? There we go. All right, so we did the power rankings. Let's talk real quick about college football before we move on, okay? I did your power rankings for MLB. We'll get to the NBA power rankings in a minute. But the Power 5 decisions are expected to be made today, right before, literally 8 minutes before we went on air at 2:00 Houston time. The Big Ten said they were postponing the fall season and they were not going to play this fall. So that's the first domino. I feel like the more that Big Five, that the Power 5 conferences slowly decide to not play, you'll see the SEC fall in line. Although the SEC is a wild card, they're going to do what they want regardless. But look, it said the Big Ten and Pac-12 will meet with their respective conferences to vote on whether to cancel this college football season today. They could also choose to delay their season until the spring, which I think is very, very likely for all of these. There was a quote from Dennis Dodd of CBS Sports who said he was told that the ACC is absolutely planning on playing this fall, and Commissioner of the SEC Greg Sankey called for patience in noting that his conference has been diligently making decisions throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's another thing to remember now. They're all relying on medical data. There was an article that talked about the fact that they're worried about heart issues associated with COVID. And if they have these kids that have these heart issues, they're really putting these young men at risk. And that's exactly what I talked about yesterday. It's going to take the death of one college student to make this whole thing look selfish and unnecessary. So Greg Sankey was on the Dan Patrick Show. He said, our medical advisory group has said, yes, we can continue to go forward. Should that change, that would certainly be a stopping point for us. So the SEC looks like they're being told they can move forward. They had already announced that they were going to play a 10-game conference-only schedule, but pushed it to September 26th. I think, though, what you're going to see is if the 4 other conferences say they're not playing, and the SEC does decide to move forward, that's a huge risk on their part. It's a huge risk because what it's going to take is one kid to get really sick and end up in ICU, near death, or die. Now you're talking lawsuits. You're talking all of these other things. It's a slippery slope. And I think I want college football. I need sports in my life, man. But the problem is, if you do this the wrong way or you take this risk and it backfires on you, it could have significant ramifications, not just the cost of human life, but economically as well. So I think you have to be really, really careful as you move forward on this. I had some other slides. I don't even remember what they. Oh, so these were from. This is interesting. This is from the Real D Green on Twitter, David Green. He sent these. He used to send me these every day with COVID. But check this shit out. So these are the stats, the COVID-19 cases, total and daily, in SEC country. This includes Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. This is what the curve looks like for these states combined since April 1st, right? So everybody was doing great until June. And then everybody said, fuck it. I can't be in this house no more. And that's when shit hit the fan in the South. So you can see that though we did peak in the middle of July, it looks like we are trending in the right direction, but that's because a lot of these governors were like, oh, this shit ain't working. We're going back up. Everybody back in the house. So now you're telling me that as it's going down, football is going to say, fuck it. Let's all get back out there and play again. That's a big risk. Now he did also send me the Big Ten's curve. Boy, that is a ugly, ugly curve right there. So this includes Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Jersey, Ohio. I can't see the rest of them. This thing is in the way here. Oh, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. So that's what's all included in this. So there's your Big Ten country. It looks like, and he made the note that it is a little uncertain right now as to the curve, but the Big Ten, I guess you see stuff like this, and can you blame them if they say, you know what? Maybe we'll postpone. And that's, again, I think people are saying we're not going to not play football. We just may not do it in the fall. So the Big Ten is the first to drop the domino and say we're not doing it. Trucker Taco said Russia said they have a vaccine. Did you also see where Fauci said he doesn't trust the vaccine fully? That he thinks a lot of these companies and a lot of these countries who are in a race to develop a vaccine are cutting corners? Also, be careful about that. Because that's just what Dr. Fauci said. Whether you believe him or not, I don't know. All right, so let's do this. We're going to do the NBA power rankings in the second hour. And we'll talk a little NBA basketball in the second hour. What is update on the Rockets? I didn't get you guys a score here. Speaking of that, BZH420 said they only tested on 100 people. I never heard back about testing. I guess I didn't qualify. I don't know. I don't know if that's bad or good. But I never heard from, now they may have called. I did get a couple of phone calls during the show, but I never heard back about being in the trial for the vaccine. And I'm a little disappointed about that. I wanted to try this out, mainly because they would give me $1,000. But even my wife is like, are you sure? That doesn't sound smart. I was like, look, fuck it. Oh, look. Chris Householder said, can we talk about BiffNet headquarters and what you want to do? I'm willing to talk about anything. Deanna Taylor said, yeah, but it's called the Chernobyl vaccine. It contains nuclear antibodies. It's fucking Russia. Do you guys trust Russia? It's like we're in 1984 again. I don't trust the Ruskies. I don't trust them. They don't have our best interest at heart. Vladimir Putin, despite having the funniest name of any world leader, Putin. Putin. Who's Putin? You're Putin. I'm not Putin, you're Putin. Despite having that, I don't trust Russia. Don't trust them at all. You trust their vodka? They make vodka in Texas, Charles. You don't need to trust Russian vodka. We got, who's the vodka maker? Tito's? That's not Texas. Is it Texas? I think it was Texas. Okay, fine. Let's discuss BiffNet. Fuck. Okay. What do you want to know? Householder said, I am ready with my 3D software to build it, Barry Laminack. Okay, what do we need? Here's what I told Nora about the BiffNet Studios. I said, we need to make it so that there's a compromise here, okay? There's got to be like, she wants like a big, not a couch. They make these couches that are like as big as a bed. She's like, what if we had that in front of a screen? And I was like, well, the screen could be interesting because the screen could, if it folded down, like if it dropped from the ceiling, that would be great. You know what I mean? Like if I could pull it down and we could watch on a projector, or maybe we put TVs up or a big TV. I don't know about that. But this room is just a big, long rectangle. All right. So I got to figure out how to have a desk for me because I like this shot. I don't know. What do you guys think? We're chatting about BiffNet now. What do you guys think about this camera angle? I mean, there's the option of being further back at a desk where I talk to you. Now, obviously, the microphone will be back here with me. So there's the option of being further back. But I like being right here for several reasons. The main reason is I like the intimacy of this shot. I feel like I'm talking to you guys and I'm not distancing myself from you. This feels more like a news program, right? Like when you watch the news or you watch CNN or Fox News or whatever it is that you watch, this is about where they exist on camera. They have better posture than me. Look at the difference in my posture. This is how I sit normally. This is if I sit with my back straight. That's crazy. Anyways. Yeah, see, so Justin Swinford said, make it a lounge/studio. Now, what I wanted is I wanted a bar on one side, a desk on the other, and then media watching in the middle. That way we cover all the bases, right? It's a little man cave. It's a little YouTube studio. It's a little home theater for the wife so she's not pissed off. I just look. I like being close to you guys too, PK. I don't know about, I don't know what you guys think. You want the dimensions, David Green? Here's what we'll do. At the break, I'll get the dimensions for you guys. We'll circle back on this, but I want to say it's like 20 by 15, something like that. It's like just a long ass rectangle. I have the blueprints from where it is. So you should get a posture brace. I've thought about those, Sergio. Do you have one? I see those things where you sit or you like wear them, right? I wonder if that works. I feel like I would be exhausted. I feel like I would have to lower my chair, right? Because then I would sit up and be normal. That's awkward now. But yeah, I do need to get a posture brace. I need to write that down. That's a good idea, Sergio. Especially as I sit here, right? Like, I'm going to be a frumpy old man if I don't get my shit together on posture. So, posture brace. Good job, Sergio. I'll look into that. What is this? Oh, those are all the things I need to do. That list is never ending. Let's see. What else we got? I will get you the dimensions, David Green. I will get you the dimensions, Chris Householder. Okay, he likes his camera angle. I trust plastic bottles of vodka. You're trash. I'll Venmo my money to Barry. The website isn't working for me. All right. Yep. Please do that, Jen. And I will make that. Let's see here. Yep. And I will tell you, I will tell Robert Anthony how much it was. Here's an update. Let's see. They were at 1975. 2065. You guys are fucking amazing, man. Brandon Martinez, Deckhead Keith, Deckhead McLaughlin, Deckhead Mark. Man, you guys are unbelievable. It just keeps on going. Deckhead Francisco, Deckhead Robert Anthony, Gray Lane Bell. Wow. You guys are just amazing, man. Seriously. Donna said it's not working for her either. Try to put in an HTTPS. See if that works. So it should be woodmanlifeimpact.org/projects/64. Try to put in the HTTPS and maybe that'll work for you. All right. Update on the Rockets. Nope. Not going well. Start of the fourth quarter, 101-85. San Antonio is up. By the way, speaking of scores, just before we go to break here, did you see where Julia Morales gave out the score of the Astros? She said Astros win 7-9, and people started roasting her. I feel like that is kind of a bad mistake to make if you're in this business. Everybody knows you give the winning score first, right? Like if the Astros lose 9-7, you say Astros lose 9-7. If the Astros win 9-7, you say Astros win 9-7. But you never give the losing score first. So, kind of weird like that, but she got roasted a little bit for that. And don't get me wrong, I love Julia Morales. Not only is she great at what and I mean great at what she does, she is a fantastic human being as well. So I'm not knocking her, I'm not dogging her. And no, TJ McLaughlin, we are not giving a casting couch to Oliver so he can bring stray cats over and try to fuck these female cats. We're not doing that. There's no casting couch for Oliver in the BiffNet World Headquarters. It's not happening. Oh, that's true. All right. Jen sent me $20, Robert Anthony, so you got to add that. And I can verify that. I have the $20 from Jennifer Jones in my Venmo. In fact, I'll show it to you. That says Mounted PD right there. So Robert Anthony, you got to add $20 to your match. And you are the fucking man, Mr. Anthony. I swear to you, you are. Okay, we have to get to break. It's 2:57. Keep giving, guys. You got 3 minutes left. Make it happen. 108.85 still. Yep, 108.85 Spurs up. We are at $2,065. We are at 2,000. Son of a bitch. Scott Vaughn, we are at $2,165. I was literally just about to say, let's get to 2,100. Wow, you guys, 3 minutes less. So we're at $2,185. Wow, Virginia Buttonweed, you are the man, dude. Thank you for donating that $100. Along with all of the generosity that you did for the food bank. You guys are just, whoo, boy. Amazing. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. I've got a video for you to watch. If you're on the fence about donating, watch this video during the break. And then we're back. And look, we're going to talk NBA power rankings, but I got a ton of entertainment stuff and fun that we're going to have in the second hour. So go grab a friend just like you did yesterday. We're 92. I know we can get to 100 viewers in the second hour. This is Barry on deck. We're back in Actually, we're back in 6 minutes. Do not go anywhere.
More people speak to police officers on horses than they do in a police car, and so they get to have a real focus on what's really going on with our agency and who these officers really are. So when we're out there in the community, we do a big service for the community as far as just making contact with them on a daily basis. We make several contacts a day when we're riding on horses. So on that level, we do great service to the community and the police department. For the police department, it just puts a great look out there as far as the human aspect of who we really are.
I don't think there's been a single day that we've been out and about in a neighborhood anywhere in the city and not been approached by all of our citizens who are just excited and happy to see us. Gives us a positive interaction with the public, gives us to see a different aspect of the police department, something different. It allows us to introduce our horses to people that may have never seen a horse in some of the parts of our city. And it's just exciting to be a part of that.
It's a great community policing tool. We have more positive contacts than anything, speaking to kids, and people will drive by, stop, and say hello to us.
Day in the life of the Mounted Patrol officer starts with feeding here at the barn. So we have a daily routine that doesn't get changed for anything, and that is feeding the horses. So in the morning, we start off with their morning feed, and they get fed the same thing every day. And depending on the weather and how muddy their pastures are will determine if they need a bath. So after their hour to hour and a half of feeding, we give them a bath. Then we'll groom them out after they're dried, which consists of brushing them out, brushing their manes and their tails, and then cleaning their hooves and putting a hoof treatment on their hooves. And then we put their leg protection on, and we load them up. We get ready, and we head to where we're going to patrol for that day. We just patrol areas that get neglected at times, not on purpose, but there's just some things that officers can't do when they're in a patrol car and they're taking calls all day long. We get pretty busy, and there's a lot of things that get neglected, like parks and some of the smaller businesses, and it's just easier for us to show up because we're walking in those areas, and it's easy for us to stop and go through that alley, or stop and walk through the park, and stop and go see the kids playing in the park and that kind of thing. So the police officers are patrolling the area. They don't do it on purpose, but it's something that gets neglected because just the duty that they do.
First, before you approach us, make sure we're aware of your presence. Ask permission. If we're taking a break or something like that and they're tied up, please don't just walk up to them. They are massive animals. Most of ours all of ours are very well trained, but you never know. If you spook them, they could react in a way that could hurt somebody. So ask permission. We're very happy to allow the public to interact with our horses. Just allow us to guide you through that process.
There's nothing wrong with it. We encourage it. It's highly encouraged, and everyone loves it. Even the horses love the attention. They understand that. That's part of their job, is this community response. And the citizens in the community, they absolutely love it. And so we're always going to say, yeah, come pet the horses. And if something's going on, and we'll let the citizen know otherwise. But 95% of the time, we're saying yes, please come pet the horses, and just always ask, hey, is it okay? And 9 times out of 10, we're going to say yes.
Number 2 begins right now. Did you go get a friend? Nope, we just lost a bunch of people. We were at 92, we're at 78. Go get a goddamn friend and tell them to get back here. It is hour number 2, and now it's time to have some fun. Because let's just start it off by saying, once again, I am out of superlatives to describe you guys. When we started this show, I put up the fundraiser info, and they were at 1,900. Let's look. This is the original slide. Let me just show you here. This is what the slide looked like. Okay. Now, you guys saw that, and at one point, just during the course of the show, without any prodding other than me bringing it to your attention, you guys started donating. And I saw at one point we were at 1,095, and I was tickled about that. But in true deckhead fashion, you guys showed up, you guys showed out, and now, look at that. Now, if we're updating it, we are at $2,195 by 3 o'clock. So what that means is, now there's more. But wait, like they say. But wait, there's more. That's just the donations that hit the website. So that was $295, okay? But now let me also remind you that I have Venmo that was sent to me, and I can verify this for Robert Anthony. I have 3 Venmos that were sent to me from Crystal Collins, Donna Rogers, and Jen in the amount of $55. So also on my PayPal, Alex Villanueva sent another $10. So that means now that we off the site was $65. When you add up the $295 plus the $55 plus the 10, y'all know I'm bad at math. That's $360 that you guys raised in the matter of an hour for this cause. And then Robert Anthony, being the guy that he is, said he was going to match that. That means that's 700. Unbelievable. $720 that you guys raised in an hour to support the Little Rock PD's Mounted Patrol and my brother-in-law, Vincent Lucio, who is an officer in the Mounted Patrol. And whoever said, you guys stop, you're going to make Barry cry, was right. Do you see this? They're welling up because, once again, I love you guys. Now, I also told Nora, she was like, well, we're going to give $50. Well, I texted her and said, well, we ain't giving $50 no more because the deckheads showed up as usual, so we're going to give 100. So what that means is, with you guys pitching in 720, Nora and I are going to donate 100. That's $820 that the deckheads raised. Unfucking believable. So I love you guys. Just know that. Just know whatever else happens, man. And PK's right. Show up and show out. You guys do it all the fucking time, and it's unbelievable. But it's a good thing. What they do for their community is super important. So that's true. Mark Gropey said, man, whoever runs their website is going to be like, what the fuck happened in Houston? Oh, yeah. No, you're right, Truck and Taco. You are fucking right. What are we going to shoot? Let's shoot the peach. That's sorry about the pop on the pop filter. But you're right, Truck and Taco. For that, to generous people and outstanding human beings. I'm trying not to cry. Man, thank you guys. Cheers. You guys are awesome. Seriously, you guys are fucking unbelievable. I don't give a shit. Who's fan? I would put the deckheads up against anybody. Y'all are unbelievable and amazing, and it's amazing what we as a community, even as small as we are, it's amazing the things that we do. And do not forget, this Saturday we're going to be at the food bank. There's going to be details for that. I'm going to have it. If you're free, from 8:45 to 12:45 this Saturday, I will have details for you later in the week because you maybe aren't on the Discord server. You're not a Patreon member. I get it. But if you want to join your fellow deckheads at the food bank, we're volunteering thanks to Chris Davis and Jen and a few other deckheads putting this together. I don't remember who else. Correct me if I'm wrong, KD. But your deckheads are doing a volunteer drive. All thanks to, by the way, let's just say it all kicked off because Virginia Buttonweed was nice enough to donate money on behalf of the deckheads to the food bank based on, what were we doing? It was based on, why am I drawing a blank right now? Oh, yeah, it was based on subscribers to Cowboy Fam. Duh. So everybody that subscribed to Cowboy Fam over a certain amount between Monday and Friday, he donated $3. Then the deckheads started donating money. So not only that, but now we're volunteering at the food bank. So you guys are amazing. And yeah, I forgot about that. Look at Robert. Y'all are trying to bankrupt me. Yeah, bro. I don't know if you know this, Robert, but you owe a $360 donation. You do. You owe $360. And before we go off air, I'll try to get my 100 in so that within the 2 hours, I don't want to do it on air because it's kind of boring just to sit here and type. But just know that within the 2 hours, $820. Now, I do want to point out, Virginia Buttonweed's going to donate, or did donate, through his wife's company, who does a 3-for-1 match. So that means that's an extra $200, which puts us at $1,020 raised by the deckheads for the Little Rock PD Mounted Patrol Unit. We did it for the food bank. We did it for Little Rock PD Mounted Patrol. Fuck it. I love you guys. One more shot for everybody that donated, that's here. I love you. Fuck me. Unbelievable. And it's funny because Robert's like, are y'all trying to bankrupt me? Think about Virginia Buttonweed. He did the same thing. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all are gonna learn. People are like, oh, well, I'll do this if the deckheads do that. And then the deckheads are like, bet, fam. And then everybody donates and you're like, I shouldn't have done that. So unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. And yes, 713 Hooligan, Virginia Buttonweed, as old as he is an outstanding human being. You all are. You're all wonderful human beings. Wow. Robert said, fuck it. If I add $400, are we good, everyone? Oh, we good, Robert. We are good, my friend. Are you shitting me? Where my if you add 400, that would be an extra $40 on what you pledged. That's going to be $860. That would be that would be $1,060. You're the fucking man, Robert Anthony. You are the man. I know that the Little Rock PD Mounted Patrol appreciates it. Yeah, they're at $2,205 right now. This is outstanding. Matt Poche donating. This is unbelievable. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Robert Anthony. Thank you, deckheads. I'll make sure. I'll let my brother Vincent know. My brother-in-law Vincent know what you guys have done, and I guarantee you, he is going to be beyond ecstatic to learn the news. You guys are unbelievable. And yes, there's going to be some happy horses in Little Rock. They were at 1,900 at 19% of their goal. They're now at 22% because of you guys, and we're not done yet. It's going to be closer to 25 when all is said and done. So unbelievable, guys. I can sit here and suck you guys off for another hour, but we got to do a show. You guys are fucking amazing. Let's talk some entertainment talk, shall we? Let's talk some Kanye for president, huh? Who wants... He finally released his... hold on, pause. Boop, cheep, boop, 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 boop. Chris Reyes said make him a guest. Like I said about when some of you guys volunteered to be guests for the show, you got to be interesting for an hour. And though I love my brother-in-law, Vincent, I don't know that he could carry an hour as a guest on Barry on Deck. It takes a certain amount of chutzpah. That's not even the right word. But it takes a certain amount to be able to do it for an hour. I will ask him to maybe make you guys a little thank you something. We'll see if he'll do that. Maybe the horse. Maybe they can make it look like Mr. Ed talking. That would be pretty dope. Hey, before we get to the entertainment, real quick, I did promise you guys a little bit more sports. Only thing I wanted to discuss was your NBA power rankings. And the reason I wanted to bring this up real quick is because of the title odds that are along with these rankings. So your NBA power rankings for the week with 3 days left in the season, or basically they go through Friday. Bucks number 1, Raptors 2, Clippers 3, Lakers 4. I tend to disagree with this, but okay. Nuggets 5, Rockets 6, Celtics, Heat, Thunder, Mavs. Sorry, Total Dallas. Your Mavs are last on this power rankings list of the top 10. And then in parentheses, you'll see the odds to win a title. And what this is basically telling you that the Lakers have the best odds of winning the NBA title this year at a plus 200. Bucks are second at a plus 300. Clippers third at plus 325. Then you've got Raptors fourth at plus 1100. Rockets fifth at plus 1200. So the good news, Rockets fan, They have the 5th best odds of winning the title. The problem is when you look at the discrepancy between the Lakers odds and the Rockets odds, it kind of tells you this is a 3-team race like we've been talking about all year, right? This is Lakers, Bucks, Clippers. That's what this is. That's what the race is. That's what we're down to. That's according to the smart guys in Vegas. Don't shoot the messenger. But Total Dallas, if you were holding out hope for your Mavs, I'm sorry. Probably not happening. They have literally the worst odds of any team in the top 10 on the power rankings. But, I mean, your Rockets being at 6, but having better odds than the Nuggets and just slightly worse odds than the Raptors should give you some hope, because a lot of people think that the Raptors are going to be contenders. A lot of people think that the Raptors team needs to be taken more seriously than they are. And I think people are sleeping on the Rockets. I think a lot of people should take the Rockets more seriously as a threat in this weird, different NBA bubble. We'll find out. Not looking good today. They're getting trounced by the Spurs. Oh, it's over. 123-105. Spurs win. Here, I'll just do a quick screenshot. Try to make this happen. I can feel the whiskey kicking in, by the way. The shot, I can feel it. Here's your final score. Look how Daddy made that happen. See, if I had a producer, this show would be so much smoother because you wouldn't see all the stuff pop up on the screen. It would just poof. Look at that. There's a little poof poof. But yeah, there's your final score. 123-105. Rockets lose. Rockets needed to win out, needed the Nuggets to lose their remaining 2 games in order to overtake them for 3rd place. So that's not happening now. But yeah. Hey, look, Robert Anthony said, done. Good work. Oh, shit. I need to go back. I need to refresh. I can't wait for this. I know I'm harping on this, but guys, this is a big fucking deal. Okay, this is a big fucking deal. We just put on the board. Listen, this is where we're at. We just put $2,605. We put $705 on the board. And that doesn't count the 100 that Nora and I owe you as well. So they're now at $2,705. Okay? I just want to say something. Here's the where's the original? Here's the original. We started this show today at 1900. Okay? We started the show at 1900. Where the hell did it go? We started the show at 1900. We're now at 2605, and I owe you guys 100. We're now at 2705. That's $805. And then Virginia Buttonweeds, remember now, Virginia Buttonweed matches that. So, wow. That's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I'm just out of things to say. Robert, you are the man. Virginia Buttonweed, you're the man. Everybody that donated, you're the men and women that make this shit go. I don't even know what to say. You guys are so great. They're going to be shitting their pants. Like, what the fuck happened? How did we go from 1900 to 2700 like that? And then Virginia Buttonweed's wife's company is going to add more to it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, thank you guys so much for all the donations, man. I know that those guys and gals at the Little Rock PD Mountain Patrol really appreciate you helping them continue to do what they do for their community. Because I do know this. My brother-in-law tells me, man, that a lot of times what they'll do is they don't just go to like parks, and they'll go into the inner city. They'll go into impoverished neighborhoods and do patrols and give those kids an opportunity to see horses and police in a different light. All of this matters. You know, if we're going to fix this country and the issues with police brutality and social justice and police issues, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So when I tell you guys that, I know you, I donated $10. I donated $25. I donated $400. That's the impact. That's the difference that this country talks about. And that's what makes you guys so amazing. is that everybody else is talking about what we should do to make a difference. But you guys actually do it. You guys put your money where your mouth is. And I'm so blessed to call you guys family. Really. It's crazy. I take back almost everything I said about y'all's teams. Total Dallas, you're us. You're us, bro. You can hate Houston teams, but you're one of us. You're family. So, there you go. Brandon Martinez said, refresh again. What did I miss? 2605 to... Fuck. Walt gave $100, you guys. We're at 2705. Walt Walker just gave $100. Fuck me, man. High five, deckheads. God damn it, man. You guys are so great. Okay, can we talk Kanye for president? Is that cool? Because we're already 20 minutes in. Kanye has released his platform, and I want to go through these. I'm going to read them to you. We're going to discuss some of these because they're a little crazy, but you know what? They kind of make sense a little bit. I know. I'm not voting for Kanye. I don't want President Yeezy. But some of this makes sense. Can we talk about this for a second? He released this on his website, okay? And by the way, ignore the source. I forgot to change that. But these were the 10 things that Kanye released on his platform website for running for president. Number 1, restore faith and revive our constitutional commitment to freedom of religion and the free exercise of one's faith, demonstrated by restoring prayer in the classroom, including spiritual foundations. Not so sure I understand that or agree with it. Freedom of religion doesn't mean restoring prayer to the classroom, in my opinion. Number 2, restore the sound national economy, reduce household debt and student loan debt. It's great that you say that, Kanye, but we're going to need to see the plan, Yeezy. It's more than just saying it. We kind of need to see how you're going to reduce household debt and student loan debt. And I know it's just say, hey, just forgive student loans. I get that. But you know, people that have paid off their loans are going to be like, well, where's my money? I'm curious about reducing household debt. How are you going to do that, Yeez? How are you going to give everybody a free pair of Yeezys to sell on StockX? Maybe that'll help. Number 3, provide leadership. But look, anytime a president starts a campaign promise with provide leadership, you know it's going to be bullshit. You know it's really, bro? Provide leadership to restructure our country's education system to serve the most at-risk and vulnerable populations, allowing the widest possible range of educational and vocational paths to job opportunities and career success. Education reform. That's what he said. He basically said education reform. Just so we're on the same page. Number 4, maintain a strong national defense, fully prepared, but not so quick to tie up our country's young men and women in foreign quagmires. Let me tell you what. This is how you know that Kanye West didn't write this. Do you guys really think? Tell me the truth, deckheads. Do you guys really believe that Kanye West would use the word quagmire? The fuck out of here. He didn't write this shit. Maintain a strong national defense, fully prepared, but not so quick to tie up our country's young men and women in foreign quagmires that do not advance our national interest and which last for decades. Can I just point out, this is so fucking great. Steven Music. The educational reform platform was a run-on sentence. Oh, why did I go back to the sports one? We're done with sports. Number 5. Reform the legal system to provide true justice, equitable for all citizens, regardless of race or ability to defend oneself in court. Recognize the disparity in verdicts and prison sentences caused by the lack of financial resources or legal assistance. Okay, Number 6, reform the approach to policing in a manner that treats all Americans the same regardless of race, color, or ethnicity. Refocus police forces on real crime. Eliminate federal sentencing guidelines that tie the hands of judges, resulting in ridiculous sentences for the most minor offenses. I do have to say, I agree with him on this, but it's one thing to just say these things. I want to see the plan, right? Because a lot of times what our politicians in this country will do is they'll put forth something like that says all of these nice fancy words, right? They're like, hey, look at all these words I put down on this website. But then the problem becomes they don't give you any actionable steps to follow through on this shit. Number 7, take care of the environment. Diligently pursuing clean air and water as a national security priority. Wait, what? And making renewables top priority. Wait, how is clean air national security? Did I miss something? Did I read it wrong? Clean air and water as a national security. Now, I kind of get the water. If our water supply gets tainted by a foreign adversary, that could be an issue. I don't know. That's weird. Short of dropping bombs or something, what? Virginia Buttweed's a triple word score for Quagmire. Kanye just hit us with a 43 in Scrabble, you guys. Number 8. Ensure that we always place Americans' best interests first and foremost in dealing with foreign affairs. We must project strength, not aggression. I do agree with that. We want trust, but we must also verify. What are we, fucking American Twitter now? Every foreign adversary must have a blue check mark before we fuck with them. Okay, Kanye, let's chill a little bit on this, some of this bullshit. We want fair trade, not one-sided deals that hurt American workers. Number 9, support faith-based groups to provide vital local services, giving communities a shared purpose in government. I don't even know what that means. I think he just means tax breaks for churches. Oh, cool. So Joel Osteen gets richer. Fuck him. Number 10, creativity and the arts can be an important source of innovation and development of other national strengths and resources. Oh, so you just mean funding for the arts. I have a question. I know we as a Deckhead family are powerful. And this is a serious question. I want to know would you vote for Kanye or one of the other two candidates? I think that is a legitimately serious question, and here's why. We always bitch about, or I shouldn't say we, I'm not going to speak for you guys, but I'm always bitching about politics in this country and how the two choices that were always presented, Democrats and Republicans, they always give us two candidates. I am always bitching about the fact that the candidates that we are given to choose from are not worthy of our vote. Donald Trump is not worthy of my vote. And before all of the Democrats and liberals start going, yeah, Joe Biden is not worthy of my vote. He's old. He's crazy. He's a pedophile. He's a sexual deviant. And he's running literally on the success of Obama and not anything that he's done. So if you came here looking for me to tell you that one of these two candidates is the best candidate to lead this country, you're in the wrong fucking spot. You're on the wrong show. So that's what I would say to you. As fucking crazy as it sounds, here are your three main choices. And yes, I know the libertarian, but look, no one's paying attention. And that's part of the problem. But let's just examine these three. You have a racist, homophobic, narcissistic reality star who is currently running this country into the ground. That's choice one. Oh, and a pandemic denier. No, choice number 2 is a senile, pedophile, sexual deviant running and resting on the laurels of another man. That's choice 2. And save it, liberals. Save it, Democrats. The guy is a fucking joke. Joe Biden is a fucking joke in as much as Trump is a fucking joke. So our third choice for candidate is a rapper. A bipolar reality star rapper.
Oh, yeah.
Ill-timed super chat. This is where we're at in this fucking country. And thank you, David Green, for your continued generosity to the show. I very much appreciate it. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Do you think Kanye deserved your vote? He's just as bad as the others. That's my point. Is this country really any worse? Look, if you guys think that Trump there are people supporting and propping him up because he's a fucking buffoon. And if you think Joe Biden's not going to be a fucking buffoon, you're sadly mistaken. So pick a buffoon. Trump, Biden, Kanye. They're all fucking idiots. They're all not worthy to lead this great nation. But one of them is going to. The libertarian's not going to happen. But if Kanye could somehow rally the young vote, the black vote, the minority vote, I'm telling you, he could make waves. Is he going to? No. That's not how this system works. This is a two-party system. Walt said I'm voting for Pedro. But let's be real, you guys. This is the point I'm trying to make. And it has nothing to do with a specific party. It has nothing to do with a specific platform. It has everything to do with the fact that we as a nation have got to do better with candidates. You would have never in a million years heard me say that I miss President Bush. Either of them at this point. And I voted for both of them. I voted for both Bushes. I voted for Obama. If you want to talk to somebody that's down the middle, I'm your guy. But these three are fucking wackadoos. We're fucked. DJ said, I vote for the meteor to hit Washington. Kanye said, or Justice Whitford said, Kanye's the most relatable. I mean, I'll say this about Kanye. He's not any crazier than Biden or Trump. Can we agree on that? I understand he doesn't have the political experience, but what fucking political experience did Trump have? That's the crazy thing to me. Yes, Charles Garza, I did several shots. Trust me, I'm feeling them. Good shots too. Not them little pussy shots I used to do. Ooh, see? Daddy said a bad word. Trust me when I tell you, I would have never in a million billion years. By the way, we are at $2,860 on the fucking the donations. You guys are fucking insane. $2,860. And we haven't even given our 100 yet. Unbelievable. Deckheads, you are truly unbelievable people. Truly unbelievable. Here's what's crazy about thinking Kanye can't be a serious contender. And I'm not suggesting that it will, but when Trump started running, who really took him serious? Raise your hand if you, honest to God, took Donald Trump serious when he threw his hat in the ring as a Republican candidate for president. Nobody. And then he starts saying outlandish shit that's so unpresidential, that's so unorthodox. And you're like, well, that's definitely not going to win because that's crazy people. That's crazy talk. Like, that dude's a fucking idiot. And I'm watching him going, that guy's fucking insane. Not that I wanted Hillary because she's batshit crazy in a different way. And I heard Hillary's like the Ellen of politics. Super nice on the surface, total bitch behind the scenes. Nobody took Donald Trump serious. And then he slowly started chipping away. Well, I'm tired of politicians. I'm tired of the same old, same old. And before you know it, he's our fucking president. So while I do think, and I've never said this publicly, but you know, it's the whiskey talking. I do feel like, in a way, the reason Donald Trump won the presidency, and this is probably going to upset some of you. I'm probably going to lose some folks. We're at 85. Watch how many say fuck it and stop watching after I say what I'm about to say. I think more than any reason, Donald Trump won the presidency of the United States as a backlash for having a black man elected as president. I think that this country, I think that white America got nervous. And I think that they were like, well, Donald Trump is literally the anti-Obama in every way when it comes to race, sensibilities, and everything else. And I fully believe that this country revolted in a way by saying, okay, you forced a black president on us. We'll take the racist guy. We'll take the guy that makes fun of the handicap. We'll take the misogynist. We'll take the guy that says grab him by the pussy. We'll take the guy that says mean things about minorities. We'll take the guy that wants to build a wall, that calls Mexican nationals rapists and murderers. We'll take that guy because we had to deal with a black guy for 8 years. Let's see how many. I'd be curious to see how many followers I lose because of that. Because I guarantee you, white people don't want to hear that and they don't want to admit it. And they would never admit that that's why they voted. Now, there is a segment of this population, middle America. I don't know why I'm being so political. It happens. But there is a segment of this population that did vote for Donald Trump strictly for economic reasons, because they look at him as a millionaire. They look at him as economically sound, who makes good decisions economically. How else would you become what he is if you didn't? And they said, look, more important than race, more important than anything else is my economic viability. So there was a segment of this population that felt like he could make people wealthier. He could make people more economically viable. So he got that vote as well. But do not tell me that there wasn't backlash. So I say that to say this. Is it so crazy to think, with the way that he's handled his last 4 years in office, with the outward racism that he's displayed, with the George Floyd catalyst for a change in social justice, is it so crazy to imagine that Kanye couldn't win this? I know what you're saying. No rapper going to win the presidency. Great. And 4 years ago, I said no fucking reality star was going to win the presidency either. So here we are. Pretty wild, right? I don't know. What is the chat saying? Kanye didn't even make the ballot in his home state of Illinois. That's a problem. That is a problem, Mark. Dandy Dan said, we will take the guy that talked down to a war hero for being caught. Crazy, right? All of these so-called supporters of veterans, all of these so-called freedom-loving Americans would still support a guy who talked shit to a man who risked his life for our freedom. Pretty crazy. Mike says 65 million people voted Obama in twice. People turned on his policies, not his color. I think what you saw was the rallying of a base and a backlash. That's what I think you saw. That's just my opinion, Mike. And we can agree to disagree. I totally get it. And I was right. We're down to 81. Well, not as bad. I really thought we would dip a lot lower. But 81 viewers, not too bad. I did get more thumbs down. I did notice that. We're at 4 now. You guys don't like the political talk. I understand. Sometimes you got to say what you got to say. Okay? Look, David Green, boring. David, we live in America. It's okay. This show, we talk everything. It's okay to talk politics. And you don't have to agree with me. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm giving you, my job is to come on this show and give opinions about sports, about entertainment, about politics, about all that. I don't say you have to agree with it. I read chats all the time that disagree with me. So feel free to disagree with me and we can have those discussions. It's okay. That's part of the problem in this country. We're down to 80 viewers and up to 5 thumbs down. And here's this is exactly the problem, is that in this country, instead of having a dialogue, when people disagree and just saying, you know what? Okay, I disagree with you, you disagree with me, but at the end of the day, we're both Americans and I love you and you can love me. Instead, what we do is we thumbs down and we ignore. I'm not going to watch this guy anymore because he's saying things that I don't like. Thumbs down, fuck this guy. I'm going to go watch somebody I agree with. That is our problem. We have lost the ability to communicate when we disagree. Mark that, clip it, write it down, put it on a shirt. That is the problem with this country right now. We have lost the ability to communicate when we disagree. You and me have lost that. The people in Congress have lost that. The people in the White House, the people in the media, the people policing the streets. That is the problem in this country. So I understand. We've lost viewers and I got more thumbs down because you disagreed with me. But all I'm asking you to do is step back and think about that for a second. I'm not asking you to agree with someone you don't agree with. What I'm asking you to do is have an adult and constructive conversation with those people. How many people do you block or unfollow on Twitter because you don't agree with them? One side or the other, liberal or Democrat. I'm not scolding, liberal or conservative. I'm not scolding conservatives. I'm not scolding anybody. What I'm saying is that both sides are guilty of this. I'm guilty of this, but we have got to do better. We've got to be able to communicate. Mike said, just don't disagree on Twitter because he really gets mad. No, Mike, the reason I get upset is because there are some people that no matter what I post, they have to post an opposing view and be a dick about it. That's the problem, Mike, is the only time you guys like you respond to me on Twitter is when I post something negative about Trump. That's it. Never mind the fact that I defended him and took so much heat when he did that Axios interview and I said that the guy that interviewed him was an asshole and a son of a bitch and gave him no opportunity to defend himself and went in headhunting on that interview. Where were you, Mike? Where were you? Did you respond? Did you come back with a positive affirmation at all? No. No, you didn't. You only want to tweet me when I say something you don't agree with and you have the opportunity to be an asshole about it. You don't come constructively. That's part of the problem. So don't sit there and try to be all higher than or holier than thou like you're some fucking angel on Twitter. My job is to give opinions. And if you want to disagree with those, great. But that's the only time I hear from you. The only time. And yes, it gets fucking old. It's the exact point I'm making. Go look. I have plenty of constructive dialogue with people that oppose my views on Twitter. And then there's guys that just want to be assholes. And then there's guys like you that just want to argue. That's fact. I mean, that's fact. And by the way, you guys are the ones that want me to drink on the show. This is what you get, okay? This is what you get. Justice Swiffer said, the fact that we're all here watching Barry still very much alive and hopefully all well is why I don't worry politics. It's just such a hot button. There's no happy ending. I totally agree with that, Justin. But, sometimes you got to say some shit, man. And I'm not suggesting that you guys need to believe what I believe. I'm not suggesting that you need to believe what anybody else believes. What I'm suggesting is that there has got to be more open, constructive dialogue. That's it. That's all I'm suggesting. So, get what I said, what I missed. Not much, bro. We just got into Kanye running for president and it got political. But it's okay. That's okay. All right, so let's talk a little more entertainment news because Howard Stern, as you guys know, Reverend Bart, oh my God. Let me tell you what. If Reverend Bart was our president, we would be the meanest fuck. We would be the most weird country on the planet. Not that we're not already. I love Bart to death. No way would I vote for Bart. Bart would, you want to talk about, Bart would, it would be like the national eagle when we were placed was, what was it? The Spear of Destiny, that big dildo. Like it would just be crazy. It would be insane. No, thank you. All right. So you guys know Ellen is getting canceled essentially because apparently she's a bitch behind the scenes. So Howard Stern had some advice for Ellen. And this is what he said on his show. He said, you know what I would do if I was Ellen? I would change my whole image. I would go on the air and be a son of a bitch. This is what he said August 10th on his show yesterday. He said people would come on and I would go like, fuck you, and just be a prick. So you think I'm a prick? I'm going to show you exactly. I'm known on the air as a prick, but off air, I'm known as a great guy, you know, for the most part. So this was Howard Stern's advice to Ellen, is heel turn. Yeah. Brandon, I'm back as the Michael Berry segment over. Listen, you guys, sometimes we got to go there. Okay? And again, I don't want you to agree with me, but just know we got to go there sometimes. And as expected, we lose viewers. And I'm fully prepared to accept all of those issues. I mean, all of those consequences. Fully. Because this is a platform and I have shit to say. Anyways, so the crazy thing about Stern giving advice to Ellen is that I think a heel turn could actually work in her favor. I really do. I think if Ellen came out and was like, look, I'm kind of an asshole, and I own that. And I know I tried to sell you guys a bill of goods, and I know I tried to make you guys believe that I was nice. I'm tired of living that lie, so this is who I really am. I am nice, but I'm also kind of an asshole. I don't think that would be such a bad thing. Like, keeping up with the facade has got to be a lot harder than just being yourself. And I think if she would just be herself, if she's catty, if she's an asshole, if she wants to be rude to people, just do it. Yeah, your audience is going to change. Your audience may not be as big as it was. Fuck it. At this point, you got nothing to lose. And God forbid that I sit up here and tell you that Howard Stern is right. He's made a living off of being a dick to people. And I know that there are guys in this market that are, how can I say this? There are people in this market in radio that worship the ground that Howard Stern walks on. And they try their hardest to be Howard Stern. They try their hardest to come across as a Howard Stern type person. And what ends up happening is they write checks that their ass can't cash and that their mouth can't cash. And eventually they find themselves on the outs. Howard Stern had a way about him that few can replicate. So I don't advise trying to be like Howard Stern, but you know, if Howard Stern gave me advice, I'd listen, but few can pull off what Howard Stern has done. So I don't know. Either way, it looks like Ellen's on the way out for sure. Ellen's probably getting canceled. Hal said, in all honesty, the asshole character will not be as accepted coming from a woman, not with how people are. That's a great point, Chris. No, that really is a great point. I don't think we're at the point in this country yet where we can be like, oh, it's a female Howard Stern. We're good with that. I really don't know that we're there yet. So that's a very valid point. Trucker Taco, a lot of people might respect her more. That's part of the thing. If you're fake and people know you're fake or you're found out to be fake or a fraud, I think that's way worse than people just going, yeah, she's an asshole. Okay. Like, as much as I dislike Wendy Williams and her crazy shit, Wendy Williams is who she is. Batshit crazy. I don't watch her show, but she's not trying to pretend to be something she's not. You have to respect that. Yeah, and look, that's the other thing. LFG Media said Chelsea lately gets a lot of views. It could work. Her advantage is that she didn't change mid-show. Ellen's problem now is she can't do the Ellen show anymore. And you know, thinking, oh, look at me, I'm dancing and happy, you know. Now, there are a lot of people that came out defending Ellen, but I think it's too late. Roland said, see Roseanne Barr. Well, yeah. Roseanne, that kind of backfired. Kind of backfired. Penguin Katie said, a woman and a lesbian? Forget it. I don't think so. Penguin Katie. Katie, I don't think it has anything to do with her sexual preference. I do think it has more to do with her being a woman. And this, like, I think people, if she was some gruff, mean lesbian, she fits a stereotype and a mold already. So people are like, oh, okay. But I think a woman being aggressive, being an asshole, being over the top is more difficult to accept. But times are changing. And I certainly think at least people would know she was being authentic. Hey, look at that. It's our buddy Christopher Hart. He said, drinking and watching, my favorite. Good to have you back, homie. I drank some of this and then got political. Look at Chris, y'all. Hey, real quick, what's your stance on white people saying the N-word? YouTube.com/Barry is funny. That's my stance. All right. All right, there's some more I got to get to, guys. We're running out of time. It's 3:50. One more thing, because I did want to talk food today. So this is a lighthearted part of the show, and we ran off some people. Fuck them. If you couldn't make it through a little political talk on Barry on deck, I mean, go fuck yourself, right? I'm not asking you to agree. I'm asking you to listen. That's it. But check this shit out. Oreo is releasing a new food. A new cookie, Java chip flavored cream in an Oreo. Why do we have to fuck up a good thing? Oreos are perfect. Oreos are like the most perfect food. Why would you have to change the Oreo? You don't need to fuck with the Oreo. It's literally the perfect cookie. It's delicious. It's not big. It's got layers to it. It's complex. It's got a cream filling. It's got chocolate. You can put it in cookies and milk, and if you do it right, it doesn't get soggy right away. It's the perfect snack. Why would you fuck with Oreos? But no, you got some dickhead, losing my voice here. You got some dickhead sitting in Oreo's headquarters that's like, wow, I have to justify my job, as he sips a coffee and goes, oh, I know, let's put Java inside the Oreo. And if I worked there, I'd be like, get the fuck out. It's an Oreo. We don't need to fuck with Oreos. Go fuck with Chips Ahoy, them plain ass chocolate chip cookies. Go fuck with something. Go fuck with them Keebler elves. Don't fuck with Oreos. Pissing me off. But I will say that it led to this. Barry, don't cry. Barry's about to cry again. Hey! I'm telling you guys, don't fuck with Oreos. I'm gonna get my weapon, okay? Listen. But here's what this led to. Here's the crazy thing, is that I saw this article about Java chip Oreos and was like, man, fuck these people. But then I went to that candy hunting Instagram. Okay, hold on. Guys, where are my chat moderators at? Where is Jeremy Vinegar and Luis Zelaya? Can you see this chat message? Oreos suck? Listen, KMFG, you can go fuck yourself. Oreos don't suck, you suck. You're an asshole. You can disagree with me on politics, but you can tell me that I'm wrong on everything I said about the state of America. But you want to come in my chat, you want to come on my show and say Oreos suck? Fuck you, pal. You suck. You suck too. Not two. Oreos taste like napkins. Bitch, you taste like napkins. Kiss my ass. Oreos is the perfect cookie. You don't know shit about shit. Have you looked in the mirror? You look like you like cookies that taste like a donkey's taint, bro. Get the fuck out of here, KMFG, telling me Oreos suck. Oreos are the best food on the planet. Now, I did go to this Instagram and start looking around to see what other shit that they found. And then they found this. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a candy corn kind of guy. So you can fuck with candy corn, all right? You can fuck with candy corns. Because even though I do think candy corns get a bad rap. All right, everybody hates on candy corns, talking about it's a shit candy. It's not the best. But the Brock's came out with a fucking turkey dinner candy corn. Look at the description. It says, yes, this is real. Just found them at Walgreens. So they had them in the back. Flavors of candy include green beans, roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, ginger glazed carrots, sweet potato pie, and stuffing. Hey, Brock's, go fuck yourself. No one wants a fucking turkey flavored candy. Who's eating this? Probably KMFG. I bet his dumbass is like, fuck Oreos. I want fucking green bean flavored candy. Fucking idiot. It just makes no sense to me. What are we doing with candy? Why are we eating turkey dinner candy? It's not even candy anymore. It's fucking Thanksgiving with sugar. The fuck? This is so stupid. I don't understand this. And then I'm looking through the Instagram and I'm like, all of this is absolute shit. All of this is the dumbest. Okay, well now this looks nice. I'm not gonna lie. Mac and cheese Cheetos or Cheetos mac and cheese, either side. If you gave me either Velveeta or Kraft macaroni and cheese flavored Cheetos, I'm in. But if you also gave me Cheetos flavored macaroni and cheese, I'm in. Like, both of those sound fucking amazing. Okay? Like, that sounds so delicious. I'm not mad at that at all. And since I got your appetite whet, since I've got you craving food, before we get out of here, guys, I want to tell you about Dan's Seafood and Wings. It is literally some of the best Asian, Latin, and Cajun-inspired seafood in the city of Houston. Plus, the wing recipes are to die for. Try some of their more popular items if you've never been to Dan's before and you're looking for something to try. Try their boiled spicy shrimp. That's their big, most popular item. All right, they've got New Orleans barbecue shrimp. They've got grilled platters. They've got lo mein. Francisco Abarca went there. Don't take my word for it. Your boy Francisco, fellow deckhead, look at him. He even took a picture in front of Dan's. He loved it so much. He said it's in the rotation. He said he loves the food. You're going to love it as well. Give it a try. It's Dan's Seafood and Wings. They've got 2 locations for you. Now, number 1, they're in the southwest area of Houston off of South Gessner. And if you're on the northeast side, Uvalde Road, but it's worth the drive no matter where you're at. Southwest, northeast, find you a spot, get over to Dan's, try the food. You're going to absolutely love it. Look, I'm telling you guys, Francisco, look, he even cursed. The lo mein is bleeping amazing. I'm not going to curse during their commercial, but take it from a fellow deckhead. He loved the food. You're going to love the food. Give it a shot. It's Dan's Seafood and Wings. Go to eatatdans.com to check it out. Eatatdans.com to check it out. Support the people that support this show. That's what it's all about. Guys, we did it. It's 3:59. There's another show. Day 2 of Solo Week. If I upset you with the political talk, I just want to say, go fuck yourself. I don't care. Like, listen, we can be adults and talk politics. And if I said something that hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. I gave you my beliefs. You're more than welcome to post yours. Even if you're KMFG and you think Oreos suck. Fuck that guy. But you can post it and I'll read it. It doesn't mean we have to agree, but we can have that dialogue. But I do want you to know this. Even if you agree or disagree with me politically. I love all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. You are all the most amazing people ever. We are sitting at $2,860 on the Little Rock PD Mountain Patrol fundraiser. We started at $1,900. That is literally $1,000. I'm going to add in my 100. You guys are wonderful. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to praise you. I love you all so much. Thank you all for being here every day. I'll see you tomorrow. I didn't even get to all the stuff today, so I'll carry it over to tomorrow. Just know this. I do love you to death. Please be safe out there. Please be kind. And most importantly, love each other. See y'all tomorrow. Daddy's making a YouTube video!